What's up, YouTube? So, got another battle for you guys tonight. This one was about a 40 turn plus battle, so it was pretty interesting, and it was quite a long battle as well. I think it went close to 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes, so it was, yeah, it was pretty fun. So let's have a look at this guy's team. We've got Armordo, Darmanitan, Charizard, Milotic, Bronzong, and Weavile. I'm thinking that out of his team there's probably 3 possible leads. So we've got Armordo, obviously, can be a good stealth up rapid spinner. Bronzong, probably like a screener, and Weavile as a anti-lead, obviously. There, so I'm just going to start with my Bastodon as a lead, because I thought I could at least set up Stealth Rock against them and get that off, and that's always handy to have on the field, especially against Weavile, because I know that carries Focus Sash a lot of the time. So, as it turned out, it was a Weavile lead. So I was thinking here, well, it's obviously going to go for, I'm going to go for a Protect, because I'm obviously predicting a Fake Out here to try and rid me of my Sturdy, so I don't want that. I want to keep my Sturdy. Now it's going to go for Taunt. I thought it may go for Brick Break or something like that, so I went for Metal Burst. That's going to fail, obviously, because I didn't get attacked. And I thought, well, I might try and stay in for it again, maybe playing a little bit too obvious there. It had to really attack me or swap out there. So into Bronzong, there's nothing I can really do against Bronzong at all. Most of the time they just set up screens, Gyro Ball, Earthquake, that sort of deal. Even Calm Mind, after the sort of, that were the sort of sets I was thinking at that point in time. So I go for Overheat here. He's going to protect that off, and he knows exactly what I'm going to be doing now, so it's obviously the only reason you do that was to swap out, and he's going to go to Milotic here, and that's obviously not going to do a hell of a lot of damage to Milotic, but I was still really happy with the damage I got off here. Definitely because I'm Specs made a big difference. It does a nice little chunk of damage, but I know Milotic will be carrying Recover, so it's sort of, well, it's not pointless, but it was going to be inevitable that it's going to have Recover for sure. So obviously I'm expecting Scald. I'm going to go into Big Love Disc here. I'd rather get burned than Toxic, actually, so I sort of swapped that in hoping that I get burned. Unfortunately I didn't, and I know that this thing's going to be carrying Toxic, so I sort of have to, I want to beat it with Toxic as well, because it's, as it's like me, it's very bulky, and it's always good to get a Toxic on this. Fortunately for me, Milotic went for Recover, so I was happy with that, because I can actually get the hell out of there before I get poisoned. I just thought, well, I might as well try and do a bit of Toxic style on this set, see what the Milotic's going to use. I know it can't really touch me other than Toxic. So as I thought, it's going to use Toxic. Now, I was half thinking of swapping my Bastodon here to maybe resist that Toxic and come in and maybe try and finish him off with a little Myrtle Burst combo. But I thought that was a little bit too obvious play at this point in the game, and I wanted to go for something that I thought would be a little bit better, and a good swap in as well. So my Leafon was sort of my choice here. Now, I definitely knew that Milotic would probably switch here, because fearing that Leaf Blade and knowing that I'd outspeed it, which was good because I got a free Sword Dance off here, and that was really good. I did have a hit. I did have a move to hit Bronzong as well with X Scissor, and I knew that would do least heavy damage to it, and it does loads and nearly takes it out. I was really, really happy with that. Bronzong's going to set up a Reflect here. But I was stoked that they did so much damage to Bronzong, and because Leafon's always, it has that tendency to get stuck in its little tiny move pool. I was thinking something would happen there, maybe a Protect or a swap out, so I just went for another Sword Dance there, which is good because I got like +4 freaking attack now, and that doesn't happen too much with Leafon. I'm just going to go straight for an X Scissor again. Out comes the Charizard. I sort of thought Charizard would come in here. So X Scissor is going to hit hard, even though it's resisting. Now, I did do an ability capture on my Leafon, so I was thinking, yes, I can stay in anyway. And that Drought is going to come up, and I can definitely outspeed with Chlorophyll, because I had that last battle, a couple of battles ago, I had a couple of problems with that, and I thought I definitely need to get onto changing that. So obviously I could have used Egg Scissor again, but I just wanted to go for a short kill and go for double edge. That's definitely going to take it out. I like carrying double edge for that reason, for fire pokes incoming, especially Charizard. It's always very handy for that as well. Even though I take a little bit of recoil, it didn't really worry me too much. So into Weaver, I was wondering that, yeah, he probably would just go straight for an Icicle Crash here, I reckon. But after the fake out, obviously, why wouldn't you go for a fake out? But it chooses to go for I've got the Chlorophyll on the field course. That's why I nearly forgot again. I always forget that has that ability. So it just lives with the Focus Sash, of course. Why wouldn't it have a Focus Sash? It always does. But Leafon's going to go down, and I almost forgot changing my own ability. That was. Must be tired. So anyway, so Kecleon's going to come in. It can't swap out because I'm pretty sure I got Stealth Rock on the field. Well, if I don't have it on the field anyway, it probably sort of baiting him to stay in and just go for the Protein Shadow Sneak anyway. It didn't have much to lose to stay into that because it probably didn't know what sort of set I was in. It may have carried Brick Break. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Darmanitan's going to use maybe Flare Blitz or Superpower. And Big Loftus is going to laugh at that damage and can take that easily. That's Earthquake. That's not even going to do anything to me. So that Sun's going to fade. Now I'm going to just go straight for Scald here. Do some nice damage on Darmanitan. Only because it's super effective. That's the only real reason. U-turn out is just going to sort of get some momentum, and just wondering what... probably the Militech would be the best swap in here. Maybe trying to Toxic me again. I'm not stupid enough to stay into that either, so I definitely don't want to be toxic at all. So that's going to do minimal damage, obviously, and I'm going to get a little bit of lefties. Not that it really matters, because I've got the Regenerator ability at the same time here. Now, at this point, I was thinking I could probably go into Bastiodon now, because I know Toxic's coming. Even if they predict that, I get a free swap in anyway. I don't really mind. So obviously Toxic was going to happen there. Now thinking, well, I can just swap in that. I can use Stealth Rock now, so that'll be some little more damage on there. Just seeing what he's going to use first before I actually use my next move. So I think he's going to try and go full offensive on me. Probably go for Recover this turn, I reckon. So I'm sort of safe to use. I could just sort of swap out, or I was safe to use a Stealth Rock. Probably best that I can switch in and switch back into my Love This again. I'm sort of trying to Toxic Stall him, sort of baiting him into attack me, and then swapping out, getting Regenerator. That was sort of my little deal here. So I'm continually swapping between the two, and that causes a switch, which is good. Unfortunately, Bronzong comes in here, and I know I've got absolutely no offensive presence at all, and this thing's probably going to be able to set some screens up and get a bit of lefties. Recovery as well. I'm not really game enough to stay in and try and burn it either. I'd rather just get the thing out the way and KO'd really. So Bronze, I'm going to set up Light Screen, remembering that I've got Magma. Definitely remembering that I've got Magma. I was half thinking that he may just swap out again, and I should go for a different move than Overheat, but I thought, well, Overheat's going to hit really hard. But so is Focus Blast, and he sort of knows that Overheat's coming, and I sort of want to conserve my Overheat PP as well, because it's only at like 5, and rapidly drops after lots of protects and stuff. And there's no point in me staying in here. I thought I could get a defense, my defense wall in, and take that Gyro Ball. That's not going to probably wasn't really going to do much to Magma anyway. I was just a little tiny. I had that tiny little bit of scare that it may have the rare Earthquake. It's going to use to protect this turn. I'm not actually worried about that at all, because I'm going to get up my rocks here, which is good. I finally got them up, so I've been sort of wanting to do that for the whole battle. So Bronzong's got a lot of health back. There's not much I could really do against about that. I can just bring in my Magma again and sort of try and... I'm trying to make him think that I won't go for Overheat again, but it didn't really work, and it was hard to... sort of do that, and I might as well just go for my most strongest attack, because clearly he didn't have a lot to swap into that's going to like that, and that Light Screen actually wears off there, which is really good. So into Darmanitan again, and that is not going to like it anyway. It's still going to do heavy damage, plus that Stealth Rock is now on the field, and I was really happy with the Stealth Rock plus overheat damage. It does loads and it takes it out at the same time with the crit. But then again, it would have done nice damage anyway, and I did have Big Love Disc to swap into. So, but I'd say the crit definitely would have mattered, but he wouldn't be in very good health anyway. So I know this thing's going to just go for Scald or probably Scald or Recover. I was probably leaning towards Recover because it had such a low amount of health left. And Toxic again, that was interesting. I thought it would go for Scald. That's sort of what I was thinking. A bit of an ambitious play there. So Milotic's going to go for Scald on me, trying to get rid of my Bastion because it's been such a handy little swap in getting past all those Toxic and stuff. Fortunately, Stone Edge doesn't take it out, which I didn't really think it would, but I was just trying to get a little bit more damage. Gonna go for a Protect here, sort of hoping, praying that he'll get greedy and just go for another Scald, but of course he's gonna go for Recover. Bastiodon is a pretty obvious Pokemon as well, so it's good if he can get something out of him. And he was actually really handy this battle, and I was probably the most handiest battle he's been in so far. So Scalds are going to hit me. I think that... No, it was just normal damage. I get my Citrus Berry back here, and I did decide to go for Metal Burst here to get some more damage, because like, I finally landed, because I knew that there would be no chance of him swapping out or anything, and that's going to take Milotic out, which is good. It was good. So, I know our Moldo is going to have Earthquake, and I might just keep in... I was thinking, well, I might as well just keep it in as fodder, I guess. There's not really much else. It's done a really great job of just the pure swap-ins, blocking Toxic and getting the rocks up and Metal Burst, all that sort of cool stuff. Okay, anyway, so into Magmar again. Moldo's going to go for Protect. I'm going just for the Overhead again. I think I ran out of... No, I had... This was my last PP on Overheat, so I had like 5 left. And no, I'd take it out, which was good. I think I had 0 left though, and I was spexed, and I knew that I was locked in. So I couldn't actually... I was like, damn it, I can't kill Bronzong because I got 0 PP left on this move. I seriously need to use more PP ups. So as I said, I'm forced to swap out there. But I have my Kecleon. I think I could just play around with this. I'm pretty sure I've quite easily got the game now. I've comfortably win this battle, but it was quite a long battle, and I was pretty happy. I mean, the score probably didn't really show how close the battle was, but it was. I did actually find it pretty fun, and I got to try out my team really good. It's not often that I have quite long battles over like 40 turns. Normally they're around 20, 22, 23 turns, that sort of thing. So anyways, back to the battle. I can just set up power-up punches here, because I know that's going to hit for neutral, and I've got my little Shadow Sneak as well. Gyro Ball's not going to do much to me, because I've got absolutely crap speed, and that's sort of how I play this. Kecleon, I love my little Kecleon. It's so awesome. Takes out all those Greninjas. And obviously he's going to forfeit the match there because he cannot actually do anything, and I had like a overwhelming amount of Pokemon still left. But anyway, good game, Dan, and hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It's quite a long one. Peace out.